John Roberts needs to resign immediately as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Now, I don't say this lightly because I understand it's a difficult job. You have to make difficult decisions. However, when a church is seeking relief because the gaming industry of the state of Nevada, which is also supported by, big labor and the Cooks Union, the Restaurant Workers Union, whatever they call it, as well as SEIU and all the other labor unions that have their grip on Reno and Vegas, when a church that seats 200 people is capped at 50 people attending service, but casinos and restaurants can have 50% capacity, so people can come in and try to win their fortunes, seeking relief that maybe you can have that same 90%, that same 50% come in to your church and worship in accordance to your religious understanding. Being able to come in and fellowship together, being able to, freely exercise their religion. Kind of like what the First Amendment says about Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of religion or the free exercise thereof. And then when it comes for an emergency injunction before the Supreme Court, if you're going to side against the Constitution and then lack the testicular fortitude to explain your decision, I'm sorry, you are a feckless coward. You need to step down immediately. There is no room for such a lack of a spine on the Supreme Court. I understand you're concerned about your legacy. You're concerned about what people are going to remember you for. Boo-hoo. Here's what you're going to be remembered for. As being a spineless coward, afraid to stand on behalf of the Constitution, but would rather horse trade to get rulings that you want on cases that you want to hear. You would rather be remembered for not taking a stand on the Constitution when it is quite plainly visible where you should be standing, because it is a clear and simple text of Congress shall make no law that prohibits. And the state of Nevada has made a law that prohibits and unduly affects religious institutions as, like I said, gaming industry, casinos, restaurants, they can operate at 50% capacity. Churches, synagogues, mosques, Buddhist temples, they are capped at 50 people. How is it that churches, where people can go and worship as they see fit, they are such a hotbed of COVID activity, they can only have 50 people. But you can have the unwashed masses come in off the streets into Caesar's Palace and, we're 6 feet apart at the roulette wheel. We're 6 feet apart at the one-armed bandits, dropping our quarters into the slot machine. We have 4 people sitting around the blackjack table as opposed to 7 or 8. That's all well and good. You can throw craps as long as you can throw dice at the craps table as long as you're 6 feet apart and under that 50 and less than 50% capacity. But a church, a tiny 200-person church, can only have 50 people? Come on. This isn't a hard concept to go with. You either stand up for the Constitution and equal protection under the law, that whole 14th Amendment thing. Either you go with that and you defend the rights of the people over the rights of the casinos and the labor unions, or you go the hell home. Period. End of story.